And here, two guys in a suit. I'm from the FBI. The first thing I have to say is, what took you guys so long? I told them the truth. I was going to make my own IED, and I was going to set across the Islamic Center over in a bank's parking lot, and I was going to dial it in and just watch the show. Growing up, I saw a movie, and it was Rambo. Rambo was tough, respected. He had intestinal fortitude. I said, that's what I want to do. I went off and joined the Marine Corps. I wanted the action. The first time I got shot at, I remember looking at my watch and I says, man, this time last year I was in English class. I fought several times in the Middle East, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, South America, Philippines, Somalia. I think the worst things that I have seen is dead children. I had to suck it up. I had to be there for my guys. Each one of those teardrops stands for a confirmed kill. I stopped adding after 26. Where I was taught, Marine Corps, just own it and then let it go. But there comes a time when there's too much of that, and you can't turn it off anymore.
I want you to give me a window into your state of mind at that time.
One time, my wife and I went to a DSW, and I saw in the distance these two women in black burqas in my store. I cried as I prayed for enough strength to go over there and break both their necks.
Holy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like getting weird like goosebumps just from watching this. Like this is like intense off the bat.
Is this real? Holy.
This is like insane. Like I was not expecting this. Wow.
I was just angry. I was just full of hate, and it just fed off itself. At that point, I was drinking a half gallon of vodka every 2 days. I had devised a plan, create my own IED, homemade bomb, and I was going to set it off right outside the Muncie Islamic Center. 200 plus killed or injured. That was the plan. I saw an opportunity to do one last thing.
That's so scary because there's like people that think like this.
Oh, I know.
Like there's a lot of people that think like this guy that might actually be trying to blow up a mosque as we speak. Like there's somebody in the world right now that's thinking like this as we make this video.
Well, it's not even just mosques. There's just people in this world like this. Like you see all these school shootings and stuff. There's just a lot of people out there that are really messed up.
That is just insane.
It's sad.
For my country, this was my rationale. I knew I would end up in a federal prison with a needle in my arm. I didn't care. My hatred of Islam, it was the only thing that was keeping me alive. So one day my daughter comes home, second grade maybe. She was telling me about this little boy who sat across from her. His mom came to get him. She said she had scarves on her and she had a dress all the way down to her feet and you couldn't see her on nothing but her eyeballs. At that point I snapped, started spewing things out of my mouth that should never be said in front of children or anything. She didn't say anything. It was the look on her face. I remember my daughter looking at me like I was absolutely the craziest person on the face of the earth. She was my little buddy. Yeah, she used to say we were road dogs.
You were, bud. You were.
I know, I saw it in her eyes. I made her question that love. And that's when a light bulb came on. I decided to give the people of this community one more chance. So I went to the Islamic Center, see a gentleman in the shoe room taking off his shoes. He looks at me and he smiles. He said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Yeah, I want you to teach me about Islam." So he went and he gave me a Quran. "Read this. Come back when you have questions." So I did. And I would see things in the book. I'd be like, "There it is. I got him right there. Explain that to me." And they would. This was a kind of awakening. Long story short, 8 weeks after that first day I stepped into the Islamic Center, I became a Muslim.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I don't know about you, but I genuinely got goosebumps.
How does somebody change from such hate to becoming that religion?
Yeah. Like, he goes from wanting to blow up and kill people in that religion to, I mean, respect to him for realizing that he had to make a change, right?
But it was his daughter, really, that...
And I
spark
believe
that
I
change.
believe that's how God works. Like God worked through his daughter to maybe inspire something in his heart.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
wow, maybe I'm completely, maybe I actually am the craziest person on the face of the earth for thinking about doing that. So I don't know. I just say that's how God works. Like if anything's proof of God, that is there. That's that right there.
Right?
But that's scary to think there's people that still think like that out there in this world. It's brutal.
I'm a Muslim, a veteran, and a proud American. I had learned that I was completely wrong about everything that I felt. You know, Judaism had a message, Christianity had a message, Islam had a message. Funny thing is, though, it was the same message. It was about peace, and it was about love.
Please join me in welcoming Mr. McKinney.
My big thing is now to stop the hate.
Nothing good has ever come out of hatred.
I've done too many things. I've hurt a lot of people. I have to live with that. But if I can stop somebody else on the path of non-forgiveness, I won.
Honestly, I feel like he actually is a good person though. I think he just had some trauma from the war that like kind of messed him up.
PSTD, is that what it is?
PTSD, but I feel like
PTSD.
deep down inside he's like actually a good person.
Wonder what changed him from going to wanting to hate somebody to actually converting to that religion. Like I could understand maybe accepting now that religion, but for him to go completely the other side of the spectrum
Yeah.
and go from hate to love.
Well, it was his daughter. He realized he was like being stupid. He looked his daughter in the eyes. He's like, wow, like what kind of example do I want to set for my daughter? Like, do I want my daughter growing up just with hate in my heart? Like he said in this video, the only thing that was keeping him alive was his hate for Islam. Like the only thing keeping him from killing himself was the hate that he had. So that hate in his heart for Islam, that was the only thing that was keeping him going.
You got to wonder where that hate came from. Like obviously it was from
PTSD.
Yes, I know, but what do they train them over there for them to feel that kind of hatred?
Well, they say that these aren't humans, right? Like they say, look at this Muslim. This guy is not a human. This person's like a
An
threat to
enemy.
your nation.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They dehumanize. And then there's propaganda in the Western world. Oh, they're blowing up the Twin Towers, a bunch of terrorists. Like, there's so much propaganda in the Western world that every single Muslim is just a terrorist. They make the mosque seem like a terrorist breeding ground. When in reality, like, I've been to a mosque. You know of that.
Yeah.
I've been to a mosque. I see nothing of the sorts. I see smiling people, people coming up, shaking my hand, greeting me, smiles all over everybody's faces. Nobody's teaching me how to make a bomb in the mosque. So, I don't know. Guys, short video, but I think
But
a good
what
one.
a worthwhile video. Wow.
Yeah, eye-opening for sure.
Absolutely.
God bless you guys. Please subscribe to the channel to
Yes.
support what we do, and let us know if you want to see more content between the two of us. Like the video, share the video. God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Anything
Bye,
else
all.
you want to say?
No, bye.
Okay, take care, everybody. See ya.